Welcome, everyone. Today, we're doing a deep dive into something pretty intriguing, a career path that's got a lot of people talking. Working on a super yacht.
It really does seem to capture the imagination, doesn't it? That mix of luxury and adventure.
Exactly. And we're looking at a source today called Super Yacht Life, Big Money World Travel, VIP Access. It specifically lists 5 juicy reasons everyone wants to work on a super yacht.
Right. So our goal is to unpack those reasons, get beyond just the what, and maybe into the why these jobs are so sought after, what it actually means.
Yeah, what that whole lifestyle entails. And, well, the source dives right into the money, doesn't it?
It certainly does. It starts by saying salaries are great, which is, a good start.
But then it hits you with the tips. Next level tips potentially adding up to hundreds of thousands. That's wow.
It's a huge number, but almost more striking is the next part, that phrase.
Expenses. What expenses? I loved that line.
Mm-hmm. It paints such a vivid picture. Your uniform designer toiletries. It mentions designer toothpaste.
Huh. Right. And flights, visas, food described as fit for royals. It's all covered.
The source puts it perfectly. Your wallet's on vacation while your bank account is thriving. Think about that. Almost zero outgoings.
It's basically pure profit or savings. But, does living like that, does it maybe skew your view of money long term when you step back onto land?
That's a really interesting question. Does it set you up for amazing financial freedom or maybe make everyday budgeting feel, well, completely alien?
Something to think about.
Yeah.
And that financial freedom fuels the next big draw, the travel.
Oh, absolutely. The globe-trotting aspect.
The article makes it sound incredible. Camp today, gondola in Venice tomorrow, just hopping between these amazing places.
And experiencing them in a way most tourists never could. You're not just visiting, you're living there, albeit temporarily, and while working very hard.
Right. You get to, like the article says, snap a selfie like a celeb, sip champagne under the stars.
All while getting paid for it. It's travel integrated into your job, but, luxury travel to the most exclusive spots.
You're essentially enabling these ultra-luxury experiences, seeing it all from the inside.
Which naturally leads to the next point, the access.
Ah, yes, the VIP access to the 1%. This part was pretty wild.
It poses these almost unbelievable questions like, ever hugged a Hollywood celeb, danced next to a sheik, poured wine for a prince?
And then just casually states, yeah, that happens. On the reg. Regular occurrences.
It implies this incredibly close proximity to, well, the global elite, people you only read about.
So beyond the kind of starstruck moments, what does that actually mean? Does it genuinely open doors later on? Or is it more like being, very close but still firmly behind a service line?
It's potentially immense social capital, I suppose, building connections you couldn't dream of otherwise, but the pressure must be intense. Absolute discretion, perfection.
Yeah, no room for error there. And you're doing all this while essentially living in a floating palace.
That phrase really captures it. The environment itself is a major part of the allure.
The source mentions things like crystal glasses worth more than your car, a dining table worth more than your condo.
Even art that makes you nervous to breathe near it. You're surrounded by just staggering value.
It's not just luxury, it's extreme luxury.
Hmm?
But living and working there means constant vigilance, right? Incredible responsibility.
Absolutely. It demands a level of care and precision far beyond, say, a typical hotel job. Every single detail matters because everything is potentially priceless. It's high stakes.
And maybe all that contributes to the final point, that slightly mysterious yacht glow.
Ah, yes. The idea that the experience changes you makes you appear more polished, distinguished.
The source has that great line, is she rich or just French? Implying this certain hard-to-define quality.
Right. Is it just confidence from the money and travel? Or is it something deeper, a kind of transformation that comes from operating in that demanding, high-level environment?
Maybe a bit of both.
Yeah.
A sort of polish that comes from the discipline required.
Could be. It suggests the job shapes you in subtle but noticeable ways. It's about adapting to that world.
So wrapping this up, we've seen the big draws. The incredible money with almost no expenses, the world travel, the access to the elite, living in sheer luxury.
Yeah.
It's definitely not your average career path.
Not at all. It's a unique convergence of demanding service, unparalleled lifestyle, and potentially huge financial reward.
And what strikes me is how it seems to change not just your bank balance, but maybe your whole outlook. Which brings us to a final thought for you, the listener.
Beyond the obvious glamour and the money, what kind of unexpected life skills or maybe shifts in worldview do you think someone develops from working so closely yet often unseen within such an exclusive and demanding environment?
Hmm. What does that constant exposure to extreme wealth and the need for absolute perfection actually teach you about the world and about yourself? Something to ponder.